The next chapter is about to begin. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the American Contractor Show. Our mission is to bring you the latest tools, innovations, and knowledge to help you become the most informed contractor in your market. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and we are connecting you with the most knowledgeable minds in our industry. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. American Contractors, I hope you're ready. This one's for you.
This is Larry Bache with the Merlin Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Merlin Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I, as a contractor, appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Please go ahead and take a minute to check out our sponsors, Art of the Supplement, C3 Group, and Merlin Law Group. They're awesome. You can check out their Facebook pages linked on our Facebook video. Big thanks to them for everything that they do. And with that, we're just going to go right into our weather headlines. So the main story for today is going to be scattered wind and hail risks across much of the western U.S. And then kind of a similar story into tomorrow. We're going to be looking at mostly wind risks across the western part of the nation. And then, as usual, a look into the Atlantic to see what our tropical disturbances are doing and what they're up to. So first things first, let's get into today's forecast. So we only have a small risk of hail really here in the eastern part of Minnesota and the western part of North Dakota. We're looking at $1 to $1.5 size hail in that region with the pattern setting up here. And then for most of the western U.S., we're looking at a wind risk really. So through the central part of the plains, as well as the desert southwest and the Pacific Northwest, we could see scattered wind risks with some of the scattered storms that are happening through those regions. So what's happening right now is we've got a high pressure system that's setting up over the mountains. And as that moves, you're going to kind of see the storms rotate this way through the outskirts of that high pressure system, bringing a few scattered storms with marginally severe hail, but mostly with wind threats along the Pacific Northwest, central U.S., and desert Southwest. So we'll take a little bit of a look at that here on our future radar. So here is our storms through California, Oregon, all the way into Montana. You can see those moving northeastward tomorrow afternoon into the early evening hours. A few of those storms stronger than others, producing some possibly marginally severe hail, but mostly, again, a damaging wind threat with these storms that are moving through. Then into the southwest here, you can see our storms once again forming late afternoon to early evening hours, pushing their way westward, and as they do, producing some gusty winds and possible small hail along with them, although again, it's mostly a wind threat. Then into the central plains, You can see a couple of these scattered storms forming here, and that's going to be where our Central Plains wind threat comes from. And then for our hail, it's going to be these few isolated storms forming through the eastern part of North Dakota and western Minnesota, pushing their way westward into the late afternoon and evening hours. And as they do, we could get a couple of those storms producing some $quarter to $half sized hail. Then into tomorrow, it's kind of similar setup. So like I said, this high pressure system is just sitting over the mountains right now, forming these wind risks. So we've got wind risks all the way from Montana into New Mexico, and our best chance for damaging winds is going to be through Montana and Wyoming, although any of these regions really could see gusty winds along with some of those scattered storms that are forming tomorrow afternoon. So let's take a look at those. So same region here, Oregon all the way through Montana, we're going to see those storms forming tomorrow afternoon, producing gusty winds along with them. And then into the Central Plains here, we've got our storms forming through Nebraska, Kansas, and a little bit into Oklahoma, pushing their way southward, and with a few of those, we could get damaging winds and possible small hail along with them. And then finally into the New Mexico and Texas Panhandle region, kind of a similar setup. We've got these storms forming late afternoon hours, pushing their way southward through the early evening and producing severe hail or severe wind and marginally severe hail along with them. And then finally, a look again at the tropics, just see what's going on with our two disturbances. And you can actually see in the East Pacific here, this is Hurricane Genevieve that's moving through the eastern Pacific and up into the Gulf of California. However, for our Atlantic disturbances, so we've got disturbance 1 here along the Windward Islands that you can see spinning along there. And then we've got our disturbance 2 in the central Atlantic right now. And that one's actually getting a little bit more organized. You can see a few more storms forming here, and as that pushes westward, we could see that forming a tropical depression in the next couple of days. So here is our storm track for both of those. Again, they're pushing west-northwestward over the next few days, and our disturbance 2 has the greatest chance of forming a tropical depression as it moves closer to the Bahamas, the Windward Islands, and Haiti and Puerto Rico. So we'll always keep you updated on the hurricane and tropical depression situation, as well as our forecasts. So if you would like to check out our past and future forecasts, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live forecast. And then if you would like to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245, or you can email us at info@hailtrace.com if you would rather. Or please check out our website. You can see more about the company and about us at hailtrace.com. Just joined anything in Colorado. So we're not looking at a Colorado risk today, unfortunately, because of the high pressure that's setting up. However, tomorrow you could have a wind risk. So stay tuned for tomorrow's forecast video because we could have a wind risk in Colorado then. So again, get in contact with us, call us, email us, or check out our website. We do love hearing your questions and comments. And with that, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.